It's time for our special segment, D-Street Chatter. Nimesh joins us to fill us in with what is he picking up. Nimesh, well, a bit of a wobbly day, but I think it's a healthy day, right? Every day you can't just come in there to bat and the markets go up.
Oh, absolutely. So, you rightly pointed out a bit of a choppy day of trade, but again, there are first signs of some bit of profit booking in the broader markets. The index is on 0.5%, but a lot of cracks are visible in the broader markets, in the mid-cap and small-cap space. But again, contrary to the screen, today the feedback is there is buying, or maybe there are buy flows at FIDs. In fact, there's going to be a small market at close buying as well, especially in the Nifty names at leading FIDs. So maybe that will show up in some of the Nifty stocks as well in today's trade. But again, the sector seems to be clearly the PSUs. Today is a day for the oil PSUs to do well. Yesterday, ONGC was part of my charter list, a lot of interest as well in ONGC as well. But the OMCs are buzzing in trade today. In fact, Citi has put out a note today and has put out a positive catalyst as well on BPCL. So OMCs are doing good. And we saw in the last one and a half hour of trade some bit of short covering in the metal names as well on the back of the news of a further stimulus from China. So metals could be an interesting thing to track going forward. But from a flow perspective, while the screen is looking weak, there is buying flow and especially small MOC as well in the Nifty names today.
Nimesh, in terms of individual names, what's on your list today?
Hi, Vishan. So in terms of individual stocks, the first stock on my list is Polycab. It's been in the news for the last many days. For the last 2 days, though, you've seen a bit of recovery as well. The stock is up almost 6-7% from the lows what we saw 2-3 days back. Looks like some bit of institutional interest is back. I understand a leading domestic mutual fund is a buyer for the last 2 days. So all eyes will be on the earnings on 18. But I guess there are a lot of questions which needs to be answered by the management on the call in 18. So that's something to track very closely. The second name is BSE. It's only listed in NSE, but if you look at the chart, it's been consolidating with a negative bias. Looks like there was some selling pressure going on. Large part of the selling seems to be largely over, is what I understand in BSE as well in the last many days. The third stock is JupiterWagons. Buzzing in trade today, but recently the company raised funds by QIP as well. Now I understand there's going to be a large block in JupiterWagons very soon, so that is something to track there. And the last is bunch of the IT names, both TCS and Infosys. Within the large cap Nifty names, these are the two names where there is buying, which is back in the IT stocks from the larger institutions. And additionally, there is going to be a small MOC as well in Wipro at a leading FIDs. So it looks like some bit of buying is back in the IT stocks today.
Okay, thank you very much for that. I was just looking at the chart of BSE, as Nimesh was pointing out. It's